Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are all doing freaking amazing on this wonderful day. Most likely you're watching it the exact day I'm posting it. Possibly the next day, maybe even, who knows, a week, a month, a year. Oh, what am I doing with my life? Anyway, moving on. Hope you guys are all doing good. So, as you can see, we've got a lot happening on the table at the moment. That is because today I decided to show you what I work with, what I use as a hunter in South Africa, as a South African hunter, basically. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's start. So I don't really have a particular order of how I'm going to do this. Just freaking going with it at the moment. Right. So obviously, as you guys all know, the hat. I am using a Burma, butchered that pronunciation, but it's a Burma kangaroo leather foldable hat, so I can squash it up and all things nice to keep the sun out of my eyes, so I don't end up freaking at 60 with blind. I don't think the sun does that, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. As you can see, we've got, this is my freaking holster, everyday carry holster. Mag carrier actually, pretty much, yeah. This is a Stealth Kydex holster, right over here, in Fade Brown, Coyote Brown, I believe it's called. Yes, freaking love this thing. It's so nice, freaking. Barely, I need to stop saying frickin', but anyway, barely even feel it when you carrying it, which is why I also use it. And I'm so used to carrying it, as well as my actual normal holster, that I just decide to carry it with me when I'm hunting. The reason I do carry my pistol and extra mag on me is because, as you guys know, recently an unfortunate tragedy happened in South Africa with a Texas hunter. I understand the reasoning behind trophy hunting. It does help with conservation and such. However, I do also understand that as a foreign hunter in South Africa, you won't be able to really take the meat back. So I understand why to consider trophy hunting, but I do prefer if the meat is put to some good use. So I don't really have a thing against trophy hunters, it's just more I prefer to consume the meat or use the meat for something, for good use, like give it away for charity or something. But anyway, he was killed by a buffalo, or the Black Death. Actually, why am I doing air quotes? It is the Black Death in Africa, which is the buffalo, the Cape buffalo. Yes. Freaking absolute tragedy. Condolences to his family, his friends, those who knew him. But anyway, so I carry my 9mm SIG. I don't have the EPS carry on it at the moment, and I took out the mag, so it's clear. Absolutely clear, right? This is my SIG X. I freaking love this gun. So Stealth Kydex holster. Fits really well, easy to carry, doesn't obstruct any movement, anything, hence why I carry that. Moving on to the ammunition for this. As you can see, I'm not using normal full metal jackets like most freaking guys in South Africa do. Although, okay, I do admit a lot of guys do now carry hollow points just because of its availability, and yeah. Yeah, a lot of guys are carrying hollow points, which is nice. But anyway, those are my hollow points. I am using these Winchester hollows at the moment. I like them. I prefer them over other hollows. If you do have a recommendation, leave it out in the comments. Let me know. I will try and get my hands on some. Good idea for a range day video actually. Frick, that's nice. But yeah, Just going to turn down my speaker, if you guys don't mind. Okay, yeah, so moving on. Yeah, these are my hollows I'm using at the moment. Winchester hollows, Ranger hollows, whatever you call it, Winchester hollows, that is it. Picked these up from Safari Outdoor because at the time when I was looking for hollows, they were the closest, and also they weren't too badly priced, hence why I got them. Moving on, I am carrying this Mora knife. This puppy I got at Huntex from Mora, Sweden, the amazing people that they are. Fucking charge me so much for this knife, but anyway, I like it. I did stain it, so it is dark, and it actually is supposed to look like this, pure like carbon steel. I stained it to look darker. Really nice butchering knife, which I use on basically all my animals since I got it. Really freaking nice knife. That is my butchering knife. Over here I've got the knife that I carry with me. This is my hunting knife. It's a Mueller Kodiak. Really nice knife. I freaking love it. It's been through an absolute crap ton with me. Scarred and damaged like crazy. But again, Safari Outdoor this year. This knife from Safari Outdoor. I do wish I did a bit more of... I did wait a bit more to get this knife because they got the exact same knife with a freaking deer antler, which looks so nice. I don't need another one though, so I'm sticking to this one. Should the handle ever break, I am definitely doing that because that looks fucking amazing, like really aesthetically pleasing. Moving on, we can do this. This is my belt that I carry, or that I use when I go hunting. This is a Hunt Africa leather belt. It's got the, I don't know what you call this, whatever it's called, it's got it. So it basically just adds some durability, some strength to the belt, which is nice. I like it. Does add a bit, not actually much, just drop my ammo, but anyway, does add a bit extra girth, thickness, thick with an extra C at the end to it, but I like it, so it's nice. Again, shout out Hunt Africa, you guys are awesome. Love you guys. Products. These are my gaiters. Again, Hunt Africa gaiters. Really flippin' nice. I've used it pretty much since I think the first time I saw Hunt Africa at Huntex, which was I think 2022, 2023, sometime around there. Yeah, flippin' love these. I haven't tested them out against a snake yet, but I know against thorns and stuff, these help a shit ton. Sorry if there are any kids watching this. Yeah. Although I do think most kids nowadays swear and watch things they should not be watching on the internet. But yeah, anyway. Hunt Africa gaiters. I do also carry a pair of muffs or Hearing Pro. Not because of my rifle, it's more because some guys that do hunting don't have their rifles suppressed, which again, it's 2025, bro. Get your rifle suppressed. Also, most farms nowadays do ask you to have your rifle suppressed, just because it's easy on the animals and stuff. But yeah, that's why I carry muffs. Obviously, flashlight. Need a flashlight. This is just literally I don't know what it is. Out gear flashlight from freaking Takealot. I think it cost me like $450 on Takealot. Just because I needed one, and I haven't put in the effort to get another one. but it served me well, so it's fine. Moving on. These are my boots that I wear. Basically hunting, range, anything basically really. For the outdoors, I wear these boots. These are Gym Green African Ranger boots, buffalo leather. Freaking love them. They are really tough, really sturdy boots. I mean, I freaking kick stones and shit like crazy. So they've been through quite a bit, and you can barely see it on the boot, which is really nice. They do also have the steel plate in the front, which is really nice for like rocks and such. You don't get hurt really at all. And it's also got that extra bit of length on the top. That's just for snake bites and such. Yeah. Still, again, I haven't tested these out against a snake bite, and I hopefully don't plan to. Just my mask slipping off there. But yeah, moving on. Next thing. Let's do this. This is the top I usually wear, especially if I'm hunting on a hot day in summer. Yes, we do hunt in summer or winter. It basically depends on what farm you go to, if they allow it. I'm lucky enough, I'll get a farm whenever I want to go. It's a military surplus, well, Czechoslovakia military surplus combat shirt. Really nice because it's super breathable. And yeah, I had a problem where I was wearing like thick stuff, normal t-shirts and stuff. Yeah, no, it won't be for everyone where they'll have this problem of like overheating and stuff. I do have that problem, so I got this. Freaking love it. Moving on. This is usually the kind of trousers I wear. It's either cargo pants or jeans. It will either be mostly green or brown because it blends in more with the environment. I know that doesn't really matter because animals don't really care about that, but I just like it more. Just because you're in the bush hunting does not mean you can't look stylish. Just saying. Moving on, I usually wear this jacket again, Turkish military surplus, navy, parka. Freaking love it. It's super warm for winter time, or even those like early mornings, evenings, nights. Yes, I do also hunt at night. Don't get me arrested for that. I get the farm's permission and such. There is also mostly with jackal and varka, warthogs, bush pigs, and so on. You know, the nuisance animals. Yeah, okay, moving on. Can do the rifle next actually, yeah. Let's do that. This is my rifle. Right here. It's a 3006 Browning. 3006, not 308. As most guys actually prefer the 308 over the 3006. Most guys are even going into 6.5 now, 2.3, so on. I prefer the 3006 just because it's more of an overall gun for me. You can see it's still dirty from my last hunt. It's red sand. So yeah, I've got to clean this thing actually. Yeah, looking at it, I've got to clean it. Anyway, I've got a Night Force sight on it, SHV sight. This gun was my dad's gun, and then when I became old enough, he gave it to me, so it's under me now. Love this gun, really nice. Again, it is my preferred weapon of choice when I go hunting in the African bush, just because for me it's a more all-around gun. I use it from anything from basically jackal all the way up to eland. So far, I would like to try buffalo with it though. Apparently some kid did do it in like the 19-somethings in Rhodesia. Shout out to the Rhodesians out there. You guys, I think they are still some of you alive though. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to the Rhodesians. You guys were legends back then. Yeah, a lot of guys might hate me for using this on like Springbok and Impala and stuff. I know a lot of guys will use like 3 different rifles for the different categories of animals. Like I know bigger game, they'll use a bigger rifle, bigger caliber. Smaller game, smaller caliber. I just freaking use what I got, and if it works, I don't see a need to change it. I will use the AR from the last video for hunting, but that's usually jackal, warthogs, bush pig as well. But if it's a big boar, I do prefer 3006 because I do not want to mess with the bush pig when it's injured. I've seen what those guys do. Yeah, I don't want to be sliced up like that. But anyway, yeah, and I will also use the AR from time to time on like up to Blesbok. I mean, it does the job. It does the job, so no real need to change it. The nice thing is though, with the 3006 again, further range than the AR. So the AR I'll only use if I'm doing like an ambush hunt, or if I'm lucky enough to get within like 100 meters of an animal. Yeah, 100. I don't even push it to 150 with the AR, just for in case of injuring. Anyway, like I said, 2025 suppressed. My 36 and AR both suppressed. This is my suppressor. It is the A-Tech Optima 50 30 cal. Yeah, again guys, it's Safari Outdoor. This thing is super modular. I can literally just freaking take it apart. There is 3 sections. There's the main section, the 2 other smaller pieces. Each piece can be taken apart if I want to make it smaller, which I don't, because I'm shooting more for the quietness. So yeah, I keep it the full tube. Then we've got my ammo. It's a 3-round mag. Original mag came with the Browning, so it's 3 rounds, and then I usually keep 1 up in the chamber. I do keep the so I usually 1 up. Oh no, not really 1 up. It's not like I usually keep the the mag loaded with 3 rounds. I'll keep 1 in the barrel, and then the bolt back, and then safety on. Because I've heard one too many stories about dudes accidentally discharging the rifle, killing either themselves or one other hunter or something. So that's why I do that. As you can see, it is loaded with 3 rounds. That is my Norma ammo. Again, shout out to the dudes at Safari Outdoor for suggesting this ammo. Used it for the first time actually a few months ago on a Gemsbok and a Blesbok. So that was flipping amazing. Gemsbok down in 1 shot, Blesbok down in 1 shot, which was flipping really nice. This is the ammo right here. Normal whitetail. Yeah. When they say massive knockdown power, I do believe they actually flipping meant it. Because how the flip you shoot the Gemsbok in like 1 shot, and then bro falls, tries to get up, never gets up again. He's like stunned, finished, down on the ground. Yeah. Usually like they'll run quite a bit, but not quite a bit. I think the most, if your shot placement is good, is like 100 meters. If the animal really is that determined to get away from you. But yeah, this thing was flipping amazing. Used it for the first time ever, and I loved it. Even went to Safari again just to like tell my buddies thank you so much. The ammo worked like wonders. what else is there? Oh yes, my backpack. So fortunately we're not broke like those Americans out there or Europeans where we have to go walking and rocking in the mountains and such to find our animals. We go with Land Cruisers. Yeah, freaking Land Cruisers. It's like a million rand. Yeah, say about R1,000,000 to get a Land Cruiser. You can find cheaper, more expensive ones, but average it out. It's just a joke for all you Europeans and Americans that will see this video. Don't hate on me in the comments. It's just a joke. We do actually use Land Cruisers though, and Hiluxes. Discussion for another time. Anyway, this is my backpack. It is a Nordisk Precision backpack. Again, Safari Outdoor. Thank you guys. Inside I've got basically most of the stuff you'll need. It's got ammo, it's got my med kit, it's got my binos. Speaking of binos, I'm using Bushnell binos, which have worked fine for me for years now. I've used this one pair, so I don't see a need to upgrade. I do also carry a spare pair of clothes, crazy. These gloves as well, super thin gloves, but that's why I do also bring my gloves from the other video that you saw me wearing. Those are also military surplus, United States Marine Corps gloves, which is nice. Yeah, and also bug spray, basically everything you'll need I put inside of this backpack before my trip, and I'll go with that. So yeah, I think that we've gone through everything. Oh yeah, one more thing. I do also carry a sandbag with me. This is just for stability and such. So I have a shooting position. It is heavy, I know, but I usually carry a sandbag just because I have gone on hunts a few times, and this is from experience. Some farmers don't have sandbags for you to use, and I learned that the hard way, hence why I carry one now. So that is pretty much what I carry when I go hunting as a South African in the bush, South African bush. Do let me know what you guys also carry, especially you. I'd love to actually hear from other South Africans what you guys carry. Also Americans and basically foreign hunters that come here. Yeah, that is pretty much it at the moment, guys. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.